Aliko Dangote is a famous Nigerian business magnate, investor, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and the chairman and chief executive officer (CEO) of Dangote Group. His company specializes in the production and exportation of cement and food commodities in Nigeria and other African countries. He is currently the richest man in Africa. He was born on 10th April 1957 into a wealthy Muslim family in Kano State in the northern part of Nigeria. He is currently 61 years old. His father's name is Mohammed Dangote, while his mother's name is Haja Maria Sanusi Dantata. Aliko Dangote is the great-grandson of Alhaji Alhassan Dantata, who happens to be the richest man in Africa at the time of his death in 1955. As of March 2018, Aliko Dangote has an estimated net worth of $14.1 billion, making him the richest man in Africa. He has been ranked by Forbes magazine as one of the 100 richest persons in the world and also the richest man in Africa. In 2014, he was listed as the 23rd richest person in the world. In 2013, he surpassed Saudi Ethiopian billionaire Mohammed Hossein Al-Modi by over $2.6 billion to become the richest man in Africa. Aliko Dangote completed his primary school education at Sheikh Ali Kumasi Madrasa, after which he completed his college education at Capital High School, both in Kano State in the northern part of Nigeria. After completing his primary and secondary school education, Aliko Dangote proceeded to Al-Azhar University in Cairo, Egypt, and graduated with a bachelor's degree in business studies and management. In 1977, he borrowed money from his uncle to start a business in Lagos State, Nigeria. From that money, he established the Dangote Group as a small trading firm back then in 1977. Due to his hard work, determination, and leadership skill, he expanded his business into an empire and a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate with many of his operations in Nigeria, Republic of Benin, Ghana, Togo, and other African countries. Today, Aliko Dangote has expanded his business to cover food processing and cement manufacturing. He is the leading manufacturer in Africa. His company, the Dangote Group, also dominates the sugar market in Nigeria and is a major supplier to the country's soft drink companies such as breweries and confectioners. The company has since moved from being an ordinary trading company to be the largest manufacturing industry in Africa. His company's main products in Nigeria include Dangote Sugar Refinery, Dangote Cement, and Dangote Flour, amongst others. In July 2012, Aliko Dangote bought a large piece of land from the Nigerian Port Authority in Apapa, Lagos State, Nigeria, and built a facility for his flour company. In early 1990s, he approached the Central Bank of Nigeria with the idea that it would be cheaper for the bank to allow his transport company to manage a fleet of staff buses, a proposal that was approved by the Central Bank of Nigeria management. As of today, Dangote Company is the largest refinery in Africa and the third largest in the world, producing over 800,000 tons of sugar annually. His company also owns salt factory and flour mills, and is also a major exporter of rice, fish, pasta, cement, and fertilizer to other African countries. His company also exports cotton, cashew nut, cocoa, sesame seed, and ginger to several countries around the world. Aliko Dangote also has other investments in real estate, banking, transport, textile, oil, and gas. His company is the largest employer of labor in Nigeria. His company employs more than 11,000 people and is the largest industrial conglomerate in West Africa. Aliko Dangote, in the bid to expand his business, has diversified into telecommunication and has started building 14,000 kilometers of fiber optic cables to supply the whole of Nigeria. As a result of his achievement, he was honored in January 2009 as the leading provider of employment in the Nigerian construction industry by the federal government of Nigeria. In 2003, Aliko Dangote played a prominent role in the funding of President Olusegun Obasanjo's re-election as Nigerian president. According to reports from reliable sources, he gave over 2 million naira, that is $1 million, to President Olusegun Obasanjo to use for his campaign funding. He also contributed 50 million naira, which is $25,000, to the national mosques under the aegis of Friends of Obasanjo and Atiko. Aside from that, he also contributed 200 million naira, which is $850,000, to the Presidential Library. This highly controversial gift to member of the ruling People's Democratic Party (PDP) generated significant concern and controversy despite highly publicized anti-corruption drives during President Olusegun Obasanjo's second term as Nigerian president. In May 2010, Daily Mirror in Great Britain reports that Aliko Dangote was interested in buying a 16% stake in Premiership side Arsenal belonging to Lady Nina Bracewell-Smith. Unfortunately, Aliko Dangote denied the rumor after being confronted by Nigerian sport journalists. In November 2011, Aliko Dangote was awarded with Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger (GCON) by former President of Nigeria Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, an award which happens to be the second highest honor in Nigeria. In 2013, according to the Bloomberg Index, Aliko Dangote reportedly added $24.2 billion to his personal wealth, making him the 30th richest person in the world and the richest person in Africa at that time. In 2014, the Nigerian government stated that Aliko Dangote has donated over 150 million naira, that is $75,000, to stop the spread of Ebola in Nigeria. After denying the report by Great Britain Daily Mirror in 2010 of his ambition to buy Arsenal, in May 2015, Aliko Dangote formally expressed his interest in purchasing the English football team Arsenal. He stated officially that if he was able to make purchase, he would fire the club's long-standing manager Arsene Wenger, who has been a failure in Arsenal. Aliko Dangote is currently married with 3 lovely children. He has been married 4 times, and his first 3 marriages ended up in divorce. He currently lives in Lagos State, Nigeria with his family. In 2014, Aliko Dangote was named as the African Personality of the Year by Forbes magazine. In 2013, Aliko Dangote and other 6 prominent Nigeria were conferred honorary citizenship of Arkansas State by Governor Mike Bibe, who also proclaimed 30th May of every year as Nigerian Day in the United States of America. In 2015, Aliko Dangote won the Clayton Global Citizen Award in the United States of America. Aliko Dangote is currently the richest and most influential man in Africa and one of the 100 richest men in the world with an estimated net worth of $15 billion.